I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that
Hold
when people
on,
say that at
I
all.
disagree. To me, it go Forest Hills, the off season, then Bourne Center. We're sleeping on the off
Excuse me?
season.
What
You
you
sleep
just say?
the off season? Are y'all sleep?
Welcome to the TKIA podcast, also known as the Know It All podcast, and we are the Know It Alls. And welcome to episode 106. To my right, some chill. Below me, Wrestling Geek. We can start with the socials though before I tell you what we're talking about. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Know It All Podcast YT. YT stands for YouTube, TikTok, Know It All Podcast, YouTube, Know It All Podcast. Obviously, if you're here, like, comment, share, subscribe, share to a family, friend, whatever the case may be. On the road to 200. Wrestling Geek down there on the road to, I guess, what are you on the road to now? 2K?
Wasn't it 1,500? Oh, it's
Yeah,
2K.
yeah, 2K. Without further ado, we have a football video for y'all today. NFL draft was just the past few days. So, what was that?
We can really make this a multi-video because the playoffs still going on. We need to talk about that too, so we can kind of think both of them in. Xbox has some news too, but we can make that a separate video.
Okay, so it's a sports video. We'll start with the NFL draft. I guess whoever wants to start, you can. Don's drink of the day. I don't have the bottle only, but just know this is Pinot Grigio. So yeah. Who wants to start? I mean, Tim can start. I mean, you already said you had something to say about your Eagles. So
This draft was weird. Don't get me wrong, Makai Lemon was a good pickup. We needed a line. We needed a lineman. Needed a tackle specifically. But I wanted that safety from Toledo. It's 6'4" safety. I wanted us to get him or Caleb Downs. We needed defense. My personal opinion.
y'all needed defense. You mean a secondary or?
Yeah, for secondary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Because CJ Gardner-Johnson gone. Big Play Slay gone. We need corners. But we did pick up Tariq Woolen in free agency, so we got him. But we needed a safety. I feel like it was too many good wide receivers we could pick in this draft. We didn't have to really hit Makai Lemon. But I'm not mad at that pick.
So you feel like the Eagles' problem is more defense than offensive?
The Eagles' problem is secondary, and we still have Nick Sirianni.
I feel like y'all are very confusing offensively, though.
Huh?
In my opinion, I feel like y'all are a confusing team. Like y'all don't really have an identity or a set whatever for offensive. Like offensively, I think y'all play very sporadic.
Yeah, because of Nick Sirianni.
Can we just be real? The Eagles had a bad year only because Jalen Hurts played bad, and then AJ Brown can't catch the ball to save his life, and that's it. That was the main problem.
Jalen Hurts didn't play bad. He just didn't. The reason a lot of people say Jalen Hurts played bad is because he played the same as previous years. He don't increase or decrease. He has the same stats every year. And that's the problem.
A lot of people tend to call him.
That's the problem, though, because you don't get no better at nothing.
They call him a game manager. That's the word. They like to call Jalen Hurts a system quarterback. Like how we put quarterbacks in a box. They put Jalen Hurts. Yeah. I see a lot of fans put him in a box, which is fine. I'm not really mad at that because he fits the system. That's technically a good thing. But it's not a good thing. The system works for him, and that's supposed to be. Yeah. But I feel like they put him in a box. Like a lot of fans put him in a box to where if he leaves the Eagles, he's gonna be trash. I can't say yes to that because obviously we've never seen him leave the Eagles.
I don't think he'll be trash.
I don't think he'll be trash, but I definitely see what you're saying.
He'll have to go to another run-dominant team, though.
I don't see Jalen Hurts as a game-changing quarterback. I see him as a great starter, but I don't see him as like the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the guys that can change the game.
I don't see him as the reason we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. Like I think he's got to be top 10.
Hold on, though. That Super Bowl we did win, though. outside our defense, we still had to score.
No, I'm saying
And
that's
he
what I'm
did
saying.
phenomenal.
I think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback. I think he is. A lot of people fans note him off as just some bottom feeder quarterback. I think that's ridiculous. But,
I've heard top 15, top 20.
Yeah, I think he's top 10 at
he's a
minimum.
top 10.
At minimum, top 10.
No, I'm just saying I've heard a lot of top 15.
And
More
again,
than top 10.
everybody's allowed to have a bad year. He had a bad year.
I'm gonna be
Everybody's
honest
allowed to
with
have
you.
one.
I will put him above, in my personal opinion, Josh Allen, just because he just can't do it in big games.
But his defense folded.
But Josh
Again,
Allen has the better talent. Don't get me wrong. He has a better arm.
So how is he better then?
Because in the moments you actually need your best player to be your best player, Jalen Hurts will step up.
No, I don't believe that. I think Josh Allen is
I
way
don't believe
better.
that either.
But the fact that his defense sold him again, Josh Allen's defense
that's
sells
not
him
Josh Allen's
every
fault.
year. Have you not watched the
His
past 3
defense
runs?
His defense don't fail him every year.
They lost the game
Last
13.
year-
Hold on.
last year, his
They
defense
lost
did
the
not
game
fail.
with 13 seconds left. That was the one year. Last year, not this past season, but the last year they just lost to who they lost to. The defense voted again. I don't know. Was it the Ravens? I think it was the Ravens. They voted
they
against
beat
the
the
Ravens. No. That was the year Ravens made the conference championship and then lost to the Chiefs. Of course, Chiefs went to the Super Bowl. Blah blah blah. We've seen that before. But that was the year the Ravens beat them. I think they lost to the Ravens. It was the Ravens or somebody, but the defense folded then, and it just past season
No,
we
it's
just
the
saw.
Bengals. It's the Bengals.
Oh, Joe Burrow's that guy when he's healthy. So
But no, Josh Allen that year and literally last year for me could have won the game, but
he don't play defense. That's not his fault. His defense sucked.
no. I'm not blaming defense. I'm talking about offensively wise. He is
The engine.
in
He is the
playoffs
Bills.
not that consistent.
What?
He isn't.
Have you not seen Josh
Isn't.
Allen? Playoff Josh Allen is different from regular season. That's two different people. Josh Allen is like what I like to call a playoff riser. Like I guess that's the right word to use.
No,
I put myself for
he
basketball.
does that against certain teams.
He plays
But
good against the
against the
Chiefs.
teams-
Chiefs, Bengals. He
the
balls
teams
against these
he
teams.
needs to be, against the teams he need to be, he don't play like that.
And then when
don't.
when he's on, which is always in the playoffs, and his defense folds again, why does he not get a pass? When his defense folds every year.
No, he
This
do
is
get a
3
pass
years in a
down.
row.
But that only happened one time.
This is 3 years in a row his defense
That
has
happened
folded.
the first year.
Did you not just watch this year? His defense folded against the Jaguars when they needed to stop after Josh Allen just took him down the field and scored a clutch up. What did they call it? But to put him up a score, and his defense folded. One Jaguars,
They
Trevor
gotta
Lawrence went right.
stop.
No, they didn't. Trevor Lawrence
They held,
went right down the field and
hold on.
scored.
They held them to a field goal. What
And
are you
they
talking
still
about?
lost.
And then Josh Allen and the stupid offense couldn't get a first down to prolong the game. That's what it was.
You mean
Why
the
are
one where the
running
referee?
QB?
Yeah, and that was a first down. The referee said no. The clear freaking review should have been a
It
first
was a
down.
first down.
They robbed him.
But my thing is,
Josh Allen had been robbed one too many times.
I'm not going to solely say it's Josh Allen's fault, because I feel like coaching plays a part too.
That's why I think it was a bad firing though. I think it was a good coach. That's a bad firing. That was a great coach.
Because everybody and their mama knew you was about to do a quarterback sneak with Josh Allen.
But that's the problem. We all know he got that first down. The NFL said no. We all know he got that first down. We watched the
NFL
replay.
said no.
NFL said no. They hate Buffalo for some reason. I don't know why. But the NFL said no. He got that first down. But coaching, I've said this all the time. Scenery matters. The coach scenery matters. So if he needs to switch sceneries, I believe it. Sometimes new coaches need to come in to take that team. I feel like it's a good team. But then when you add that new coach, it can take you from good to great. And I'm not saying like the defense was really good under him the first few years, but all of a sudden they just completely fell off. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I think Jalen Hurts is a very underrated QB.
I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he had a good year.
Mahomes is better than
I think
him.
he's better than Josh Allen.
I feel like Joe Burrow's better. Joe Burrow when healthy is better than
That's
him.
Problem. He's
But-
freaking healthy.
I feel like Lamar Jackson is only better because he's a way better runner, scrambler.
I
But
don't disagree.
I
With
feel
that.
like Jalen Hurts is a way better passer.
If you put Lamar
Personally.
Jackson in the Eagles' offense, he's winning the Super Bowl this year, right now. I guarantee you,
Without
Lamar.
a doubt.
That's the point I'm making. He's a system guy. If you take
Like,
Jalen
I
Hurts
feel
away
like-
from the Eagles, he's not winning nothing.
But if you put him on the Ravens, I guarantee you they're gonna make the Super Bowl.
Jalen Hurts? No, I doubt that. The Eagles are a great not saying the Ravens aren't, but the Eagles are a great franchise. So are the Ravens. I think they're both great. But right now, I think the Eagles are obviously better, in a better situation. Spend
No,
more
did
money.
you see who the no? Hey, this year coming up, Lamar Jackson has no excuse. The Ravens have no excuse.
Yeah, they just took our
You got
coach.
Aiden Hutchinson. You got Aiden Hutchinson. You got all these defensive pieces.
They took our
You
coach
got
too.
offense.
Makes me very sad.
Hey, they ain't got no reason to lose this year.
Unless he get hurt outside of that.
Outside of that, he has no reason to lose this year.
I still don't think. I think if you put Lamar Jackson in the system, he's going to be good. He's Lamar Jackson. I don't
Not
think
any
if you
system.
put. He's
Not
a
if
good
you put him
quarterback.
in a. Not if you put. You got to realize with Lamar Jackson, a lot of head coaches got to change their playbook. They got
Why?
to incorporate more runs. He's not. He's a dual threat QB, but he's more on the side of running.
Yeah,
All
but
right, so let me
still.
ask this real quick. Let me ask this: is Lamar a way better thrower?
Yes. It's not even
Way
close.
Okay,
better thrower than who?
okay, Jalen
Than
Hurts.
who?
Jalen.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no,
Jalen
he's
Hurts is
not.
not a good thrower. Why are we doing this?
Nigga, what?
Jalen Hurts has come up short a multitude of times when it comes to plays like when you need a playmaking play. He's not a good thrower,
And then,
respectfully,
but
even in
every year
college.
he has more passing yards. Every year he has more passing yards than Lamar Jackson.
That don't
What are we
make you a
talking
better
about?
passer. That just means your team throw the ball more. You just said the Ravens are a running team, did you not? That
Bruh,
just means they throw the
the
ball more.
Ravens and the Eagles are literally the same team.
No.
Yes, they
Flip
are.
no.
Tim,
Y'all
We just
are
have better wide out. We just have better wide receivers, so we can throw the ball more. But we're running the ball just like they are.
I don't know. Y'all both got top two running backs, top tier running backs. I just don't I
We
think the
have a
Ravens are
top. We have the top two rushing.
that's what I'm saying.
Like
But I
Lamar
think
Jackson and Derrick Henry, and then you got Jalen Hurts and Saquon. Of course, we're going to do nothing but read options and occasionally throw the ball. I personally feel like Jalen Hurts can read a defense better than Lamar Jackson.
I
That's why
disagree
I
with
say
that
that.
one. I super disagree. I'm sorry.
Yes, he
I
can.
disagree with
He
that
can
one.
read
okay.
the defense.
The
I
reason
disagree.
why I asked this question is because I feel like if he was a better passer, then he wouldn't have to fit in a certain system that is designed for
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
I'm talking about Jalen
Lamar,
Hurts.
no, but Lamar suffers from the same thing. They're
No, not to the same
to me.
extent. Not to the same extent.
This is what I'm saying. To me, Jalen Hurts can read a defense better, and he has a better accuracy. Lamar has the bigger arm. He's the more athletic out of the two. But I feel like Jalen Hurts has the mental over it.
I feel
Lamar
like
is too okay. Nobody's open. Run for 70-yard touchdown.
but
Watch
I feel
Phillip
like
this,
I
and
feel
I'm
like
gonna
that's
do
the
it.
difference though. I do feel like that is the complete
Wait a
difference.
minute though.
But
What's
hold
wrong
on.
with that
But
though?
hold
If
on,
if
hold on,
nobody's open,
hold
I'm
on.
gonna
If
run the
that's the
ball.
difference, why doesn't he have a Super Bowl?
But no.
Talking about Jalen
No.
Hurts.
What's
No,
wrong?
because hold
What's
on,
wrong with that
Lamar
though?
Jackson has came up short plenty
But
of
that's
playoffs. No,
not even
that's
the
on
argument that
him.
I was
The
bringing
only
up.
time he came up short, and it wasn't his fault, or I would say it was the whole team, was literally last year.
Tim, I'm not talking about that though.
Whoa,
Like that's not why I brought that
whoa.
question
No, no,
up.
no. You said what? What was the last statement?
I said the only time I can say I can somewhat blame it on Lamar, or blame it on the whole team was last year because Mark Andrews dropping passes
Wasn't
at
Lamar hurt
crucial
most of the
times.
year, or at least a quarter of the season?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
was.
was, but he was healthy for the playoffs. And
Yeah.
then he fumbled. No, we gotta blame Lamar because he had two fumbles in the first half and put them
Health-
down two scores.
Healthy is an understatement. He had really just got back for real. Don't really know if that man was
But
actually healthy.
that man got back with like 5 games left in the season. He
And
had
I
a
had
mean,
to
yeah,
drag
but
them to the playoffs.
they had to. Yeah, we don't really know like if he was 100%. He's still probably getting his feet up under him from the injury.
probably. But
But what
no,
I was trying, the reason why I asked the question was because that's why I kind of agree with Terrence here, because that's why I feel like if you did put Jalen Hurts on a different team, he wouldn't be as successful. It's because I do feel like he's a system guy because he's not a great thrower.
I agree.
You can move and interchange great throwers, bro. You can,
I
Excuse
I
me, sorry.
agree
you
and
can,
disagree.
you can
I
move.
agree and disagree.
You can
Lamar
place and
for
put any other quarterback on it. I'm not saying any other. Like obviously, a system still has to matter, or like the players you have surrounding the quarterback still have to matter. But you can put a Josh Allen in a different team, he'll be successful. I feel like with Jalen
I'm
Hurts,
not
he's not.
disagreeing.
He's very limited throwing wise.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all saying. Y'all can put just about any top 10 QB on the Eagles and we'll win a Super Bowl. But I feel like it would definitely show differently how we win that Super Bowl. Like how Jalen Hurts literally led a blowout. Lamar, I don't think will lead a blowout. He'll win, but I don't think he's leading a blowout.
But
Like
why did you guys lead the blowout? You got to tell the full story.
No, it was a great defense.
Okay,
and
so
hold on. Lamar has had great defenses, and he's been the reason they have failed. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
But that Super Bowl you're talking about, we all know the defense is.
But hold on, okay. The year before we got Saquon, we went to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts played better than almost every QB in the league except for Patrick Mahomes. The announcers said it. Everybody said it. In that Super Bowl, if Jalen Hurts had one more time to go down the field, we would have won. That's how good he was playing.
But we're talking about the most recent Super Bowl, though.
Let me finish. They have said that for him in playoff games. They said that when he beat the Bucks the following year, that they lost the first round to the Bucks. They said that. They have never said that for Lamar. They have never said that for Lamar. That's all I'm going to say.
Disagree. I do feel like
they have never said that for Lamar.
There's a lot of people that have said that. The only difference is one has a ring, one has won and one hasn't. And I agree with you. He has not won. And for his fault and the team's fault. But people have talked about his ability all the time.
But no, this is the difference for me. Yes, I will say this. Our defense is way better than their defense. Their defense ain't no scrub.
Huh? Their defense is atrocious. What? The Ravens' defense last year was disgusting.
No. I'm talking about every year every year that he's been to the playoffs. Yes, his defense has gotten worse.
Don't get me wrong.
They've gotten worse. But his MVP year, when he won MVP,
how many MVPs he got?
Defense.
Two.
He only got two.
He got two.
He got two.
He should have had three. He got robbed of one of them, respectfully.
The first one, though, the first one he won, that was the year I felt like it was his defense fault. The second time he won MVP, it was his fault.
Lamar Jackson has been in the NFL since 2017.
He came in with Trevor Lawrence.
Nah, Trevor Lawrence came in 2020. I think Lamar been in the... Yeah, because I remember that year we beat him in the playoffs. Chargers beat him in 2017 with Phil Rivers as our quarterback. That was the last time we won a playoff game. I think that's pathetic. But, yeah, okay, I'm looking at the Ravens defense now. The defense in 2017 was ranked 12th. The 2018 was first. 2019 was fourth. And then, I don't know what his first year MVP was. I'm a little confused. So, progressively, the defense gets worse every year. Oh, that sounds... Well, yeah. 2020, they're 7th. 2021, they were 25th. That's awful. 2022, they got back on track. 2023, they were solid. 2024, they were solid. And then this year, just dreadful. They were just
all over the place.
Just awful.
But when his defense is actually playing, it actually becomes Lamar Jackson's fault because he'll do stuff that he doesn't normally do. He'll fumble. He'll do that. Jalen Hurts, for me, his problem is after he wins, he settles. That's my problem with him. That's why I say I feel like Jalen Hurts is a better passer.
He settled because he's limited.
No, he doesn't settle because he's limited. He settled because he limits himself.
He's limited. It doesn't matter who's doing the limiting. He's limited.
Okay, yeah, if you put it like that, yeah, he's limited.
He can be holding himself back, sure, but it doesn't. We don't know who's holding Jalen Hurts back. We're just watching the game just like everybody else.
I just know. So this isn't something new with Jalen Hurts. He did this at Alabama after he won the national.
He did.
And then the following year they went to the national and got benched. Yeah, he started playing trash.
So I want you to hear some names because when we talk about elite passers, like I just put up some names. That's what I'm looking up. My mom.
No, I'm not. Hold on, Terrence.
No. I'm saying you say he's a good passer, and I just want to throw some names out that are actually like who I feel, and obviously stat wise, or just by play when you watch him play. Like, these are some really good to elite, because, it's a difference in good and elite. It's two different things. But you got Matt Stafford, who we all know is the top 5 quarterback. In my opinion, top 5 quarterback. He's top 5.
Oh, no, hold on. Can
minimum
we be honest,
top
though?
10. Minimum top 10.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you, though. Matthew Stafford, for me, has gotten better over the years.
And that's crazy because he's
like
37
in Detroit.
He's older,
Detroit, he was poorly managed and had no choice but to rely on Megatron. So it made him look
still made it look good. They still made it look good. That's the sad part. They still look good.
But he got that negative narrative of Matthew Stafford's going to give you 2 interceptions.
No, he had that negative narrative that he can't win. That was the problem. That was the problem with Detroit. They always gave him that stupid narrative that he's a bad quarterback because they don't win. Mind you, the whole organization sucks. Not just defense, not just coaching. It's the ownership of the ball.
Their defense was atrocious, though. Their defense was, awful, though.
But Matt Stafford was. That's the thing. He was
They would
always
have some
good.
years where Matthew Stafford was balling, and their defense was like
Trash.
Yeah, we'll like him.
I think he made the
Let's make
playoffs
it
maybe
hard.
twice in his entire tenure with the Lions. That's pathetic. When is he? He's made the playoffs like every year with the Rams, hasn't he? Maybe not one he missed, but so far 6
Yeah,
some
you got
years.
an actual team that wants to win.
I think he's actually made it every year.
And
He
just
made it
came off
every year
MVP.
since he's been with them.
So,
And then
yeah,
his first year, his first year there, he won a Super Bowl.
So it's like it just taking. He probably would have won this year. Seattle won.
But like I said, I feel like he's gotten better. Not saying he was trash ever, but I feel like he's gotten better, definitely due to his circumstances.
It's another example that not Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, another quarterback who's it's kind of funny they switched teams. They got traded for each other, but situation where he wasn't the best, ended up going to Detroit. He done turned his whole career around. He done turned Detroit around. Well, the organization around in general, but
I'm gonna say this. Sean McVay matured, and then Detroit got a whole new head coach. So they was destined to get better. Yeah, so Jared Goff was going to do better.
But it's worked out in the both ends.
Jared Goff, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, though.
Pure quarterback? Give me Jared Goff. Just if we talking about pure like quarterback, of course Jalen Hurts got the running ability.
I mean, pure throwing?
No, I just mean quarterback in general, like just being a quarterback. Jared Goff, in my opinion, can do more. He can do more. Like he obviously the vision, obviously the IQ, the inside the huddle, the presence, all of that. I think he does better. I think Jared.
I feel like he's lacking the most important thing I need that will make or break a quarterback.
You only value running quarterbacks, though. I don't. I'll take a traditional quarterback.
Hold on, no, I don't. I value a quarterback who can handle pressure. That's why I hate Patrick Mahomes, because that nigga will dissipate pressure. That nigga will make him getting scrambled, running around for 30 yards back, and Ivan throwing the ball. He'll make that shit look pretty. Like, yes, I hate that. I value a nigga who can do that. Not a nigga who could just run. Because if that was the case, Lamar Jackson would be my favorite quarterback.
Well, if that's the case, then there's only one good quarterback in the NFL, and you just named him. Ain't nobody's doing that. Nobody does that like Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry.
Absolutely right.
Nobody's like him. He's dude. As much as I hate to say it,
not Joe Burrow.
No, Joe Burrow's clutch.
Josh Allen had a year where he was going stupid like that.
Though. No. When Joe Burrow's healthy, Buddy's like that. He's cool, calm, collective. Nothing bothers him. He just sit back. It's off his line.
No, he had that ever since he left LSU.
Yeah, he's always been clutch. He's like that.
And I think it was when they played Wake Forest and he got hit. That changed Joe Burrow. That nigga turned into an assassin after that.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. So, you got some quarterbacks that I find.
But I don't see that in Jared Goff, though. He's just a great game manager. But when it comes to pressure, I feel like he wilts in pressure.
I feel like a game manager is like
I'll take a great game manager over Jalen Hurts.
I mean,
but Jalen Hurts is a game manager. What's the different label?
Hold on. Anybody would, but you gotta have that defense to back that up.
Lions defense.
You gotta have that defense. You gotta have a defense to back up a nigga like Jared Goff. Let's be real.
You gotta have a defense to back up Jalen Hurts. What you mean?
You do. You have to have a defense to back up Matthew Stafford.
Any quarterback. Patrick Mahomes don't get
any
Super Bowls.
Needs a defense.
Pat Mahomes.
The Chiefs, when they won Super Bowls, their defense was top 10 every time.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Did you ever see anybody getting through that line, bro? No. He was just sitting there, just lollygagging, running around left and right. Then he said, "Oh, I'm gonna just throw it to somebody." That offensive line was amazing. What we talking about?
No, what was the last Super Bowl champion to ever have a at least minimum top 15 defense? I wouldn't say top 10, but minimum top 15. Seattle was just top 5 this year.
Yeah, they were just top 5 this year.
Probably top 1.
No, not the Bengals. They didn't even win. Won the team.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. That's a great question. I can't even tell you the last one that's happened where a defense, someone's team hasn't had an elite defense.
Even the Super Bowl losers had pretty solid defenses to get there.
Yeah, they did.
Like I'm looking at them now. All the Super Bowl champions, the previous ones anyway. I don't care about the 1960s and all that, but freaking Seattle, elite defense. Philly, elite defense. Chiefs, elite defense. Chiefs again, elite defense. Rams, elite defense. Like Tampa Bay, elite defense that year. They smothered them. Kansas City again.
Yeah.
Of course, New England. We ain't gonna talk about that. They always had good defenses, and then so on. Philly, New England, Denver. Denver was different. in New England, Seattle, Baltimore. Like I can keep going all the way back to the 2000s. Like it's always top tier defenses.
2011, the New York Giants, Eli, they had the number 27 defense.
And they still somehow won the Super Bowl. We all know those fixed, by the way. They should have lost that one. But
Yeah, that was fixed. But hey, that just goes. I was a team. The 2022 Chiefs, they were ranked 24th in defense.
Is it deep? What did it say showing? Defensive rating? Oh, it's defensive rating. That's basketball.
No, they showing how many yards. They were 24th in defensive yards allowed.
So you got the rare occasions. I don't know.
Wait,
We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that.
what did you just do? All right, bro. Let's move on.
Magic.
Oh, and they said the 2020 Chiefs too. No, the 2020 Buccaneers. They didn't have an elite defense.
I get that then. That's COVID year. I get that to anybody. Anybody could have won that Super Bowl, but of course they gave it to Tom Brady. I'm not shocked. Typical. But yeah, I mean,
how do you feel?
What?
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say not every
There's
defense is
plenty
gonna
of
be top
teams that
tier,
won
but
without an elite defense.
you gotta have at least a solid something to get to the Super Bowl, bro. You're not just winning off
Bro,
pure
this shit
luck.
might be wrong.
Unless the NFL gave
Wait,
it to
you said the Seahawks last year had a what defense?
I think they were
minimum
like 5
top
or
10
3.
minimum. There's no way they's outside of the top 10.
I think they were 5. I think they were number 3 or number
They
5.
said they
We
were
talking
outside
about-
of the top 10. They said they were number 11.
I don't believe
I'm
that.
on StatMuse.
That defense
I don't
was
know if
different
that's
last
right.
year.
Cause they had played Denver, right?
You got my Eagles on here too. Yeah,
Because Denver was top 10 as well. I thought Denver was like 7 or 8 last year.
But on I was using StatMouse.
Stat Mouse. That's a stupid name.
That just not crazy.
We.
I feel like my Panthers are in good.
No,
position.
yeah, no. Everybody's saying it. The 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 2006 Indianapolis Colts, the 2022 Kansas City Chiefs, the 2021 Los Angeles Rams, and the 2011 New York Giants. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers allowed 355 points all year. The 2006 Colts allowed 360. The 2022 Chiefs allowed 369. The 2021 Rams allowed 372. And the Giants let up 400 points.
This thing right here says Seattle number 6. So who lying?
They ain't bring up Seattle. They just brought up Tampa Bay.
No, I'm talking about Seattle just won the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that's why I left that website. I'm on the whole
because you said that website said number 11, and I know that wasn't right.
And then they had my Eagles on there, and I know our defense that year we won was like number 2 or 3. Like they tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Buccaneers went 11-5. The Colts went 12-4. The Chiefs went 14-3.
Jesus.
The Rams went 12-5. The Giants were the only 9-7 team to win a Super Bowl. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Brian Urlacher.
I mean, getting back to the draft, I feel like Panthers did some good things. I feel like our team hasn't really changed much. We've only gotten better. So if we're going to go off of that, I feel like we should just be better. We won the division last year. We gave a lot of teams good battles. So I don't know. I feel like we should do better than what we did last year. It's just that we're not consistent when we're playing. We don't have the same effort when we're playing good teams versus bad teams. Like we play the bad teams, we match their level of physicality, match their level of competitiveness. Like we don't have any sense of urgency. But when we play good teams, we literally play really, really well. I just need them to have that energy with everybody.
Y'all actually gonna be fine next year. Y'all improved in what y'all need to improve.
That's what I'm saying.
E-line and O-line. That's what y'all got at the draft so far.
We've improved.
Like my Eagles.
If we're going off of that, we should. If we're going off of that, we should be better than what we did this year.
Didn't y'all win the division?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna win it this year again. The Falcons ain't gonna do nothing with Tua. It's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same shit in Miami.
I'm still confused on that. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. And you know what's funny? I was talking to family about that. I was like, the Falcons is the worst organization in history. Because ain't no way you go from Penix, who is always hurt. Then you give almost a $200 million contract to a 40-year-old who only won one playoff game coming off an ACL injury. And then now you got Tua. Like, somebody needs to get fired. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody needs to get fired.
Well, Buddy gonna be back, so Tua is obviously gonna be QB2, right?
Somebody needs to get fired, and the NFL needs
For
to get
how
investigated.
long, though?
Because you know, how is Kirk Cousins?
I'm just saying, like,
Kirk Cousins make $300 million coming off of ACL? How does that?
Because his stock was so good before that.
How? You only won one playoff game. How is your stock good?
NFL teams don't look at that. They look at what you did the year before. That's how you get paid.
Yeah.
You can have a great.
Yeah.
Well, he had a couple good years in Minnesota, not just one, and he got paid.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
I
think it's a bad payment, but he got paid. I ain't mad at the man for taking a check. I take it too.
Oh no! I'm not mad at him. He got his money. I'm mad at the NFL and these teams paying him this.
Like, I mean, you can't really go off. You can't really go off of anything other than the most recent history, though.
Y'all get paid to know players. You should know this nigga in his whole career with Minnesota won one playoff game. I don't give a fuck how good he played the previous year. And the previous year was the one time he won a playoff game. So no, I'm not giving him $300 million for that. No, you're a terrible organization. You are.
I think it's the worst in history, though.
It's the worst in history.
You're wild.
It's the worst.
The Browns still exist. The Browns are still a football team.
Oh,
Cleveland is still miserable.
Upgraded it. Hold on, no. The Browns upgraded. They got rid of Stefanski. And hold on. Guess who got Stefanski? The Falcons.
You mean the same dude? No. You mean the same dude that made Cleveland relevant? The same coach that before Stefanski showed up. No. Listen. Before he showed up, Cleveland was awful. Oh, do we remember the 0-16 days? Do we remember the one season win games? Do we remember the 4 seasons? If they even got lucky to win 4 seasons. When he got there, of course, they still were mediocre, but as the time went on, Buddy was winning playoff games. When last time Cleveland won a playoff game before him? Cleveland hadn't won a playoff game. They beat the Steelers, remember? In Pittsburgh. That was with Baker Mayfield was still there. They beat them in Pittsburgh, but that wasn't in Cleveland. They went on the road at night. And, of course, Steelers are still Steelers. They're still a good defense somewhat. When
you talking about with the same quarterback who said this coach can't coach?
What you mean?
Baker Mayfield said that coach sucked.
And he still won a playoff game. You can say your coach sucked, he still got your playoff win. And he ain't won nothing since.
I don't give a fuck. That's the worst. No, because ain't no way you trying to start Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders.
So what?
You're a terrible coach. You're a terrible coach. The Falcons is a terrible organization who don't want to win.
Terrible coaches
don't. All that on him, though.
Okay, hold on. I'll give you that. I'm probably over-exaggerating with the terrible coach. But fuck that. The Falcons are a terrible organization. Probably not the worst.
I mean, we didn't disagree with you there, but history is insane.
Where's Garrett? Where's Garrett? We need to talk about this.
Chill.
No, I'm really concerned.
I mean, they good right now because they got the Hawks.
I don't think worse.
I give you that.
Worse.
I give you that. They happy.
They're top tier, as in consistently, as in like currently they're bad because they ain't made the playoffs since 2017 when they made the Super Bowl run.
They ain't made the playoffs since they had Matt Ryan starting.
Yeah. And that's sad, bro. You had your franchise quarterback, you let him go because it got old, blah, 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 that BS, whatever. And you ain't recovered. That's my biggest problem with the Falcons. Y'all have not recovered after letting y'all franchise guy go. You let him go because NFL reasons. And y'all ain't found your guy. You went and dropped
the reason? What was the reason?
Because he was
older.
You
needed a scapegoat.
That's why?
Matt Ryan was like late 30s when they got rid of him. That was way after the Super Bowl. That was way after.
That was dumb. I would give him $300 million before I give Kirk Cousins that.
You guys ain't right.
I agree.
Like, so no, they got rid of him because they needed a scapegoat. And everybody around Atlanta was saying they were saying Matt Ryan was the reason they lost that Super Bowl. So what better scapegoat to use?
But he left way after the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was in 2016, 17. He left in like 2022.
You got to realize they wanted him gone after that Super Bowl.
What idiot want their franchise quarterback gone?
Every Falcons fan. What you mean?
That's dumb.
That's the most embarrassing.
Well, no, if we're talking about the fans,
embarrassing Super Bowl. And then you got to realize the fans you were talking about, Atlanta fans.
The fans who ain't never seen nothing.
You got one good season with these niggas. Terrence, they are worse fans than you are. They got one good season.
Whoa.
We have no expectations. What do you mean?
Hey, hold on. With Terrence will at least give you 2 to 3 seasons to be good. Falcons fans, you got one good season, my nigga.
For what? They're mediocre. They're just as bad as us.
No, Terrence, I'm saying you at least will wait to see if your quarterback will get better or worse. Nah, them niggas, Falcons fans, you got one good season, my
No, but
nigga.
that's valid.
And
I give him
and
that.
and hold on, Falcons fans, if you don't beat the Saints, oh, you gone.
That's valid
You
though.
gotta be. You can lose to every other division except the Saints for some reason.
That's
Like that
Panthers
shit
too.
is stupid.
that's valid
Panthers
though.
too.
Like,
Panthers too.
Oh,
nah, it ain't nothing like no.
Panthers too.
It ain't.
I'm saying it's the second runner up.
that's
It's nothing
Saints
like the
and
Saints, but
Falcons
I know.
rivalry.
I'm just saying the
Yeah.
Panthers are behind.
No, no, no. I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about the quarterback situation. They drafted a dude who's been injured since high school. That's a bad pick. That's why Buddy got fired.
Terrence, that's why I'm saying they're a terrible organization. You pick a nigga
No,
who's
you
been hurt
said
since
worse
high
than
school.
history.
Well, okay, that's why I said worse than. Hey, worse than history.
This
You picked a nigga
conversation would
who
have been
was hurt.
over.
You picked a nigga who was hurting since high school. Then you picked a nigga coming off an ACL injury at 40, and now you got Tua who's coming off a concussion.
Yeah, and
Off his
I
sixth
don't know
concussion.
why they let him slide. He should have
Like
got
what?
fired after the regular season. They let him somehow sign too. I
Okay.
think. No, I think he got fired
So,
before. So I think the new
I
GM
told
just signed
every
too.
Falcons fan, y'all need to protest at this point.
Bro, just draft a quarterback. I don't know what they're doing. Just go get one. Like Ty Simpson,
a
they could have
good
traded
one.
up and got Ty, which I think the Rams just got to steal because he's going to develop behind Matthew Stafford, which I think that's a steal on his own. But they could have traded up for him.
Hey, Matt, hey, I'm gonna be real with you. Who was it? Ty Simpson,
Do it for
Jalen Green. Who else? Drew Aller and Garrett Nussmeier. And I say the last two if they actually stay healthy. That's the only way. They got an asterisk by them.
Who?
But the other two, I feel like they're gonna be gems this year.
Who?
Drew Aller and Garrett Nussmeier. If they stay healthy, they can be gems. But they got to stay healthy.
Who the heck is
And,
the Steelers quarterback besides him? Who they quarterback this year? Is Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers gone?
Rodgers. Yeah, I think he gone.
Good. Retire. Call it a career. You got one ring. That's all you go ever see. Retire.
But then look, this is what I'm saying. Jalen Green
Jalen Green.
and Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Arkansas. That nigga combine showed every A+ combine for basketball. Like that shit was crazy. Like if they said if you put his combine numbers in for basketball, he will excel. He'll probably be a first round draft pick. I was like, damn.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a long season again.
Hey.
Did you like?
Hey.
I mean, do you like what your team has done as far as draft wise?
Who, me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, I love it. They got 3 offensive linemen. They got the dude from Miami with the first round pick. They complain about age, 25, blah blah blah. NFL players can play to 35 minimum, so I'm not tripping off that. He was a beat. First of all, he was the leading tackler in Miami last year, leading to that national championship game. So I'm not tripping off that. They got 3 offensive linemen, one from Memphis, one from Oregon, and one from I forgot the other team. But they got 3 offensive linemen. I think with 2 guards, 1 tackle. We needed that. They got a wide receiver, which I was a little confused on because we drafted 2 wide receivers last year, so I was a little thrown off by that. But hey, we can never have enough weapons. And the other pick that we got was a safety. Carson Beck with Arizona too, which I hope he sits on the bench and just learn because the Cardinals are terrible. Don't throw him out there and let him die. Just don't do it to him because the Cardinals are awful.
He said, "Don't throw him out there and let him die."
They're terrible.
It wouldn't beat them if they didn't do that.
They're terrible. Like so.
Sometimes you got to put people in the fire to see how they like.
Cliff, no, not in that fire. No.
Hold on, not him.
That fire is disgusting.
God.
But I'm finna, before we get off, I'm gonna just kind of breeze over at least the first round, talk about that. Fernando Mendoza went number 1. That's common sense. We all know that. David Bailey from Texas Tech from the edge rusher went number 2. Jeremiah Love went 3 to the Cardinals. This is what I mean by poverty franchise. I text this in the group chat. Why the hell would you go get your running back? I don't know. He could have probably been around maybe a little bit later and traded up for him. I think that's a bad pick. But if he end up being good, cool in the long run, whatever. But I think he's a beast now in college. But I just don't think you take a running back that high. It worked out for the Falcons because they got Robinson, which he top 5 running back in the NFL right now, so it worked out. Maybe this will work out. The Titans went and got Cornell Tate from Ohio State. Ohio State is wide receiver U. I hate to admit it, but they are.
That was a good pick by Tennessee. They got somebody to throw the ball to.
The Giants went and got Avery Reese from Ohio State, another player from Ohio State, a linebacker. Chiefs went and got them a cornerback from LSU. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Matt Munsar.
Hey, they said that corner did not allow no yards. I think, the last half of the season?
Yeah, I heard
That nigga ain't allowed no catches. That's crazy.
Ohio State Sony Styles went to Washington from Ohio State. That's like
I
5
thought he was
players.
gonna go higher. I thought he was gonna go higher.
The Titans took the receiver from Arizona State, Jordan Tyson. He nice. The first offensive line went off the board of Cleveland, which I'm surprised it took that long. But every team needed different needs. But Cleveland got an O line, which is good because Shador needed a line. The Giants went and got an O lineman, of course, Francisco, and I pronounced that last name, but from Miami. Caleb Downs, in my opinion, the biggest steal in the draft, somehow fell to Dallas. I don't understand how he fell to 11. That is beyond me. Buddy should have been top 5 at minimum. If I'm the Chiefs, respectfully, I know I need a corner, but I'm going to get gosh damn Caleb Downs. If he said right there, I'm going to get Caleb Downs.
He could play corner.
Bro, I get it. You need position, and they got the best corner in the draft, so respectively, I can't be mad at that. But there's no way the hell I'm letting Caleb Downs fall to 11. Like, he fell to 11, bro. How, like, in Miami stupid to trade it back, and they could have had him. They traded back with Dallas 1 pick, and then, of course, got more picks out of it. But you let him fall.
Another thing, they be strategizing. They be trying to figure out, well, this team needs this, but what if they don't pick them? Then we got to pivot and do something else. So maybe a lot of teams got thrown off based off the other team's picks.
That's true.
I feel like that's why he dropped.
That happens. No, that's definitely a factor you got to factor in.
There's no way I'm like,
your number one option, for a fact he ain't gonna be there, so you gonna get the other one. But then he not there, you're like, wait, hold on, that means somebody else gonna take him, and then somebody else's second option is taking your first option now. So like, gets thrown off.
Miami took Kalen Proctor from Alabama, O lineman. I'm sorry. Ty Simpson, the one I think I don't know if it's a steal, but I think it'll work. It'll work in the long term for the Rams because he's going to sit behind Matthew Stafford, which is great. MVP
I'm gonna say this: it's gonna work because he's a very mature QB.
I ain't gonna say all that. He only had like 13 starts in his career, so I think it's smart for them to let him wait. That's genius. If we're going off that logic, he only started 13 games in his career.
This is what I'm saying. But with the whole NIL, he could have left Alabama when he started with Jalen Milroe last year.
He really could have stayed in college, made some more money, but I ain't mad at him. This is a perfect situation for him to be in. Let me kind of breeze through the rest of them. The Ravens took an old lineman. Tampa Bay took Bain from Miami. Beast, the linebacker. He's a dog. The Jets took a tight end, which I was kind of like stupidly concerned about. They took a tight end. I don't understand though. Maybe, and I don't know him like that. He might be like that, but that was a little confusing. Clemson, Blake Miller went off the board at the Jets. No, Lions, tackle again. Another defensive tackle from the Vikings, which I heard he's injury prone, so I don't know why the heck they took him, but typical Vikings. The Panthers took an O-lineman, which of course is needed from Georgia because they got to protect their franchise quarterback, which of course he still got question marks around him, and that's fine. We already talked about the Eagles taking McCain Lemon, which I think he's going to be a good receiver, which you're going to see how that play out. Pretty sure he's going to replace Antonio Brown. Steelers took an O-lineman. My Chargers took Mentor, if that's how you pronounce the last name, from Miami, the 125, playing by age, who cares? The Cowboys went and got themselves another edge rusher, and his name's Lawrence. See how that worked out for them. The Browns went and took...
the Cowboys. It won't work out for them.
Nah, they're pretty good at developing linebackers.
Their defense is always good. They just suck.
No, but it's the Cowboys.
No, last year their defense was awful. They was bottom tier.
It's just the Cowboys.
That's because their best player wanted to leave, and he left.
I'm thinking the rest of this stuff is kind of like a breeze through. Browns took a receiver. Bears took a safety out of Oregon. Freaking Georgia Tech. Houston took an old lineman to protect their quarterback. And CJ Stroud looked awful last year. Chris Johnson. Another Chris Johnson.
Hey, that's that wide receiver that came from Clemson. He fine.
Chris Johnson?
No, I was talking about the ones that the Browns got. They KC Concepcion.
Yeah, he went to Texas A&M.
I know he was at Clemson. Wasn't he at Clemson at one point?
Flip, no. I wish.
I swear he got recruited there.
My biggest confusion, the Patriots took an O-lineman, of course, because their O-line sucks. Peter Woods fell to Clemson. From Clemson to the Chiefs, which, again, blows my brain cells how the hell they let Peter Woods fall that far. To the Chiefs of all teams. Omar Cooper, the wide receiver from Indiana, fell to the Jets. So they went and got a tight end and a wide receiver. That just means they're trying to beef up their receiving core, which is smart. The Titans went and got an edge rusher.
Who's their quarterback?
That's a good question. I know they drafted K from Clemson. I know he got drafted there, but I don't know who. I think Geno back over there, ain't he? At least for now, to start.
He might be.
But the first round winners, I'm gonna go at least Dallas because they got Caleb Downs. I'm gonna go Chiefs because they got a good corner.
Tennessee won.
Tennessee most definitely won with the the players they got.
The Browns won.
Browns, I think we got a solid first round. At least I'm just going off first round, not the whole draft. First round, I think we got a good pick. I think the Panthers obviously beefed up their line because they need to protect the quarterback.
The Panthers did good.
That's it. Hope y'all boys enjoyed this episode, man. It's a long one. One supposed to be this long, but
Oh, we ain't doing basketball. We can do that another time then, or we could probably live stream it. That might be better if we're gonna close out now.
Let's live stream it.
All right, yeah, because playoffs still going on right now. Well, we appreciate y'all for the football fans. This is for you. Give us what you guys like. I don't know you all's teams. Obviously, put it down in the comments below. Tell me how you feel about your team in the draft. But this is an NFL draft video, episode 106. We appreciate y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe, send to a family, friend, uncle. Don't matter. Just do it. All right.
Hi,
episode 106. We out.